Good day, everyone. We are Group 26 from the Bachelor of Science in Biology program, and today we will be presenting our Thesis 2 Midterm Progress Report entitled Diversity of Lichens, collected from the coastal mangrove area of Barangay Walay, Padre Burgos, Quezon Province. Together with Allaine Esguerra, Jean Francis Marcillano, Ashley Mae Pagao, Shermae Julienne Tiri, and yours truly, Aisel Denise Santa Barbara. We would also like to acknowledge our thesis advisor, Mr. Lawrence Timbresa, and our thesis co-advisor, Dr. Maria Lourdes C. Aguirre, for their continuous guidance and support throughout our research. For the executive summary, our study focuses on documenting and analyzing the diversity of lichen species found in the mangrove ecosystem of Barangay Walay, Padre Burgos, Quezon Province. Lichens are ecologically important organisms known as bioindicator of air quality and environmental health. Through this study, we aim to better understand how these species contribute to the local ecosystem and provide baseline for future ecological monitoring. Specifically, our study aims to collect, identify, and characterize lichen species using morphological traits and thalline spot tests. Additionally, this study aims to assess biodiversity using established indices such as the Shannon-Weiner Diversity Index and Simpson Index, as well as the Pilus Evenness Index. As of this milestone, our group has successfully accomplished the following. We conducted an initial ocular visit to assess and select suitable study site within the mangrove area of Barangay Walay. We also submitted formal letters of intent to the mayor, DNR, barangay captain to secure the permission. We also obtained the necessary research permit, including the gratuitous permit for sample collection. We also purchase and prepare all required field materials for sampling and data recording. So these steps have allowed us to lay the groundwork for our upcoming fieldwork and ensure compliance with all research regulation. For the next phase of our research, we plan to acquire insurance coverage for the research team to ensure safety during fieldwork. We also finalized the logistical arrangement, including the transportation, accommodation, and scheduling for smooth field operation. We also conduct the official collection of lichen samples, systematically covering all designated transect within the mangrove ecosystem. And we will begin the laboratory procedure, specifically the morphological characterization and talent spot test immediately after the field collection. These are the next steps that will allow us to transition from preparatory work to actual data collection and analysis. So this is our objectives, and by the end of our study, we expect to produce a comprehensive documentation of lichen diversity in the mangrove ecosystem of Barangay Walay. And our findings will contribute to the baseline data of ecological and biodiversity monitoring in mangrove areas, and a better understanding of lichen distribution and environmental quality in coastal region of Quezon Province.
So now I'll be presenting the work completed since the last report for our thesis. On August 28, our group conducted an ocular visit to Padre Burgos. We visited their municipal hall and DNR in Tayabas together with Dr. Aguirre. During this visit, we met with the Menro to discuss our study objective and verify the proposed sampling sites. This step was essential in confirming that our selected area complied with the local environmental protocol and was suitable for the collection of lichen samples. Next is on September 5, Allaine and Ashley handled the follow-up of the PIC and the permit requirements. They personally visited Tayaba's office on DNR to submit and check the pricing of the GP and other supporting documents. This task ensured that our group complied with all legal and administrative requirements before starting our fieldwork. On the same date, on the same date, September 5, Ashley also submitted our application for the GP to the DNR office. This permit will serve us as an official authorization to collect lichen samples within the designated study site. Following that, on October 3, our group conducted a meeting with our thesis advisor, Mr. Timbresa, and this discussion focused on the sampling procedures, collection process, and material preparation for the upcoming fieldwork. This meeting ensured that our plans were well organized and consistent with the approved research design and timeline. Lastly, on October 10, our group successfully retrieved the approved GP from the DNR office in Tayabas. This document officially granted us permission to proceed on the field collection and research activities in the mangrove area.
Okay, so for the next slide, this is the next stage of the study we're in. It is the data collected, but at this stage of our study, no research data have been have been gathered yet. This is primarily due to the unfavorable weather conditions and delays in processing the necessary documents or permits rather, which have been postponed the start of our fieldwork. So as a result, no lichen species have been recorded at this time. But despite these setbacks, the research group has been actively um, finalizing the preparations and logistical arrangements to ensure a smooth and efficient fieldwork phase. And the upcoming fieldwork is scheduled for October 22 to 25, year 2025. So it's Wednesday to Saturday, during which the actual data collection and species recording will take place. So overall, while the data collection has been delayed, the project remains on track. The group focus thorough preparation that aims to minimize future disruptions and ensures the successful completion of the study's objectives once the fieldwork activities begin. And moving on to the next slide, this is our updated Gantt chart, which presents the revised timeline of research activities for the project covering the period from the second semester of academic year 2024-25 through to second sem of 2000 of academic year 2025 and 26. And based on the chart, the initial stage includes the proposal writing, submission, and even the defense, as well as the processing of permits, have been already completed during earlier months from January to May 2025. And currently, the project is in the ongoing phase, which includes the procurement of materials, preparation of the study, site visit, and fieldwork activities, which is scheduled around June to September 2025. However, due to the earlier delays in permit processing, weather condition as well, some activities such as the data collection itself are slightly shifted within this period. So the upcoming tasks involves the data analysis, drafting, and submission of the manuscript, and final revisions, which are expected to occur between the month of October to April 2026. And the final submission of the approved manuscript is projected for May 2026, marking the completion of the research. And as you can see here, there is also legends wherein our completed tasks, ongoing tasks, or and pending tasks. So overall, the updated Gantt chart reflects the project's adjusted timeline, and it demonstrates that despite initial delays, the research remains on track and toward timely completion. Moving on.
So here is the updated Gantt chart showing the tasks that we have completed so far. Our group started with proposal writing, followed by the submission of the proposal manuscript, and then our proposal defense. After that, we handled the processing of permit requests, the preparation and procurement of materials, and finally the ocular visit to our study site. All these steps were guided by our advisor, Mr. Lawrence Timbresa, and our co-advisor, Dr. Maria Lourdes Aguirre. All these mark the foundational stages of our research process. So this slide, it highlights the next part of our timeline, which is the ongoing and remaining tasks for our group. Currently, we're focusing on data collection and conducting dry and wet laboratory experiments. That includes observing morphological characteristics of our sample and the taline spot test. After this, we will proceed with data analysis, the drafting of our final manuscript, and its submission. The last stage will be material preparation, which will complete our project timeline.
The next slide is our updated budget status with an original budget of 86,524 and we already spent 64,318. We spent it on travel expenses, accommodations, study site local guides, food, gratuitous permit, transport permit, the materials including the ziploc, envelope, pruning shears, nylon, PVC tubes and elbows, and silica gel. And we already spent it also in field assistance, miscellaneous, including the other materials. And our remaining balance is 22,206. That includes the reagents, KOH solution, NOH solution, and the species verification. So, what is the next steps or next agenda for the group? We were able to follow up the DNR GP permit, which we got it last October 10. Then we prepared the materials and logistics before the actual fieldwork, which is before October 10. We finish it already. Then the field work will commence on October 22 to October 25. We just came back from the field work and we finish it. Then after the field work, we were going to process the collected lichens, such as identification, chemical testing with the talent spot test, and species verification. Lastly, our reflections on the past days of doing the uh, research activities. So, for the team reflection, um, throughout the preparation, there are some problems and challenges that happened, and the group show effective collaboration and communication, allowing for that to have a smooth organization of research tasks. Then each members have took part in securing permits, coordinating with the local authorities, and preparing materials for the fieldwork. Then, despite the delays caused by weather and scheduling difficulties, we remained organized, resourceful, and committed that ensuring the task will be completed efficiently despite the challenges. Then, for the individual reflection, we were able to gain better understanding of the administrative steps involving in the research, such as securing permits and complying with local requirements, which are very important when conducting or collecting um, samples. Then next is we were able to improve our skills in organizing tasks and managing time through dividing responsibilities and adjusting our schedules when needed. And lastly, we were able to learn to handle research challenges with patience and adaptability, especially when facing unexpected condition or delays that can compromise the progress of the research. And that is our update and milestone progress report. Thank you for listening.